Hi, I'm Judge Hugh Clark from Lansing, Michigan in the United States. Rennie Edwards was my uncle, and while I was unable to physically be there with you during these funeral services to read the eulogy, I'm doing so by video. Rennie Edwards was the son of Michael and Gertrude Edwards and was born on the 11th of November 1927. He was the second of 6 siblings, which included 3 brothers and 2 sisters. Rennie was born in Cuba, but was taken to Jamaica at an early age with his family, where he went to school up in Trelawney. Rennie had a keen sense of sportsmanship and loved cricket. He has won many trophies and medals for that play. Rennie was so good that he was actually offered a spot on the national cricket team, which he refused and chose to go to America instead. Rennie worked in America for a couple of years before returning back to Jamaica. Not content with living in Jamaica, Rennie decided to up sticks and hightail it out of there and start a new life in England in 1952. After settling in England for a couple of years, Rennie went back to America to earn more money as the wages there were higher in the States. Whilst away from the United Kingdom for 5 years, Rennie undertook engineering and work in the States. On his return to the United Kingdom, he did work as a first aid instructor at a course with St. John's Ambulance Service at Guy's Hospital, London. Not many people knew this about Rennie, but he had a keen interest in martial arts and studied under an instructor who was fondly remembered as Smarty. A couple of years later, Rennie joined the Post Office Telephones, which is now known as British Telecom, as an engineer. Back then it was a very high prestigious position which Rennie cherished. He worked and stayed with that company until his retirement due to health reasons in 1987. Rennie met his wife and love of his life, Loreline, at a pre-Christmas dance in November 1973. And after a whirlwind romance and courtship, Rennie and Loreline were married. In February of 1974, for those who are keen and observant, you'll notice that this was a 3-month courtship. This was a testament to the love they had for each other that has remained. Rennie had a passion for reading, politics, geography, and history, and a love of traveling to museums and traveling around the world. Rennie was diagnosed with prostate cancer in November of 1988, but continued to live life to the fullest, doing all the things that he wanted to do. Rennie passed this life on Saturday, May 3rd, 2014 at 1300 hours. May God bless and guide him to a better place. I would like to also add that I remember Uncle Rennie very keenly and that he lived with us in the States early on in my lifetime. There are many stories Rennie used to tell as he would watch us, as my sister and I, when we were children. And one of the ones I think Rennie was most fond of was telling people how he would take me out shopping. We'd go to the department stores, and what's interesting is back then there was this superstition that if you rubbed somebody's head with red hair, it would bring you good luck. And Rennie would let people do that, and actually I think they used to give Rennie money to do that. I always told him that was the trust fund, but he would roar with laughter when he would tell that story, and I'd sit there and laugh with him. And I'm sure those of you that have heard him tell the story are sitting there smiling about that now. It's good to know Uncle Rennie enjoyed his life. He did not let his illness stop him from doing what he needed to do. I was proud to know that at one point he thought of me so much that he would call and we would talk, and I was the last person to speak to him. And it seemed as if he had to get that done before he passed this life. It was that important to him. On behalf of myself and my family, Lorelei, I wish you, your family and friends, the best. Our sympathies and condolences are with you. May God rest and keep his soul comfort. Thank you.